As we kick off our first Pharmacy Friday of Pharmacist Month, I am excited to have this opportunity to share a building update with you. As many of you remember, we had planned to celebrate a groundbreaking of our new building this month. Unfortunately, the pandemic has altered those plans. However, I am very pleased to share that many people continue to work diligently on this project to help keep it moving forward during this time. One of those individuals is joining us today, and that's Maryellyn Cannizzaro, President and CEO of Compass 5 Partners. I am delighted to have Maryellyn join us today to share updates, renderings, and plans. Maryellyn, thank you for joining us.
Yes, I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me. I'll share my screen and we can take a look at what's been going on the project.
Maryellyn, this has been a much long anticipated project for the College of Pharmacy, and Compass 5 has been doing an amazing job meeting the needs of our faculty, staff, and students. Before you go into some of these details, I was wondering if you'd share with us a little about you and your firm.
Sure. My firm is headquartered here in Columbia, and we are dedicated to projects that involve health and science institutions. Our biggest client by far is the Medical University. We also work at Lexington Medical Center, Aiken Regional Medical Center, and of course at Clemson and USC. But we are committed to health and science projects singularly. And we've been working on this particular project since about 2018, when we were asked to prepare a feasibility study to examine student spaces, classroom spaces, and also evaluate College of Pharmacy and see what possibilities could be prepared and developed to incorporate them more in a central location on campus. So I'll transition into looking at what we've developed. Here you see a rendering for the new College of Pharmacy right on the horseshoe. And I'll give you a little update on the schedule. Even though COVID-19 had a huge impact on design and construction firms, we were able to continue working on the drawings. They have been finished and they are now out for pricing with Whiting Turner, who's the construction manager who's going to build the project. We anticipate getting their final prices next week, and we'll be working with them to help them sign the contract with MUSC and get started. There's quite a bit of site work that will happen, and it's possible it'll start in December, but more likely we'll see the site work next spring, and the actual building construction probably starting early summer of next year. The other end of the schedule is the occupancy, and we're planning for construction completion in the summer of 2022. So not too far away. So this is the elevation looking at the new building from as if you're standing in the middle of the horseshoe. And it's an attractive addition, if I say so myself, to sort of give a professional front to the College of Pharmacy, while also transitioning the scale of the basic science building, which is really a pretty monumental building that really didn't have a base to it. So the College of Pharmacy presents a very sophisticated base to an otherwise plain building in the background. So it's a two-story building. This is looking from the west side as if you're standing in front of drug discovery. It's primarily offices and meeting spaces, and it'll be a really nice addition to the horseshoe and also to basic science. The materials are precast stone, a curtain wall system with metal panels, and then a high performance glass, which will help with energy efficiency. The other interesting thing about the project is it will be 2 green globes. So one of the important features from the university side was energy efficiency and sustainability. So we are going to meet all of the requirements for 2 Green Globes, which is really pretty fantastic. Here's a glimpse into the new lobby. This is as if you're standing at the new front door and you're looking through into the existing basic science building lobby. So it's a very fresh, modern, almost European style. It'll have a terrazzo floor and then wood paneling, and everything else will be light in color. This space will also transition to be a meeting space. So when you have your meetings once or twice a year, you can set this space up as a little convention hall almost. And you see the display areas here. You can use those integrated into a convention style format when you have a large group meeting. So it should be a pretty nice space. This is looking at the lobby from the other side, just to give you an idea of what the front doors look like here, sliding glass doors to the outside. And then left and right, we have 2 meeting spaces for students. And then this would be the corridor down to offices on this side. And then of course the entry into the BSB lobby beyond right here. So this is the 2nd floor lobby. This is where the dean's office and other administrators are. What you're looking at is your large conference room right in here, and you can see University Hospital in the background across the horseshoe. We've ghosted that into the drawing. And then we also have an overlay of a graphic that we've used on the exterior of the building, which is actually an electron microscope image from Dr. Lemaster's work that we've extrapolated and played with. This also could be a marketing image that sends a particular message for the College of Pharmacy. So lots of options here, but it should be a pretty bright and professional look for pharmacy. These are potential layouts for the offices. There's quite a few staff offices, and we've designed them so that they could have a more collaborative layout with a large screen. It could be interactive, so it could get you to anywhere in the world. And then more of a little bit more of a traditional layout where you would have more furniture in the space that sets a hierarchy between faculty and student. So there's lots of options with these offices, and they are wired to have flexibility. But a nice fresh look. Almost half of them have exterior windows, so it'll be just a great amenity for faculty and staff. This is an image of the Bsb Auditorium. Currently it's Bsb 100, and it's going to be renovated to be a 191 seat tiered auditorium. I'm sure many of you know this space. It's kind of a red dungeon currently. So it's going to be transformed quite a bit. And this is also a similar look for the 202 classroom, which will be dedicated to pharmacy. So we didn't render that image, but it's very similar to this, this room. It's about half the size. So this is a glimpse from the back of the room, and you can see it's enhanced with all kinds of screens. It has a nice AV technology overlay, and then it has really enhanced acoustical design to quiet the parts of the space that need to be quiet and to be more reflective on the spaces that are controlling the sound distribution. This is an early rendering of the classrooms. There are other classrooms that are renovated in this project, 302, 402, 502. And many of you who are alumni will recognize or remember those as tiered classrooms. And major steel in the building is being removed to flatten them so that they can be organized in a more collaborative style, or so that they can be organized in a more traditional style. So we're renewing these 3 additional classrooms and giving more flexibility and options to how classes meet and what the amenities are. Another part of the project is a new entrance and an expansion of the Covert Library. This is on the west face of Colbert, as if you're standing on the steps of nursing almost is where this rendering is drawn from. And we were charged with opening up the back of Colbert so that you can actually walk through the building, and expanding the upper floors. The second floor will house a simulation center. And then the third and fourth floor will be where the library support services are housed and the library offices with I think we are adding 42 renewed and updated brand new study rooms for students. So it should be pretty nice. This is a nighttime image potentially. And then this is the new Colbert lobby looking to the west. So again, it's a clean, modern, fresh space, terrazzo floor, wood interior, and some directional lighting. This is looking the other way in the same lobby, heading into Colbert. So it should be brighter and a little bit more welcoming. And then these are some images from the upper floors. This is on the third floor, which is a study area for the library. Also on the third floor, so it's a little brighter. We're completely gutting much of the areas and making it newer, brighter, and more easily usable, and also improving the acoustics in all of the study rooms. And then these are just the technical drawings showing sort of the details of the work that's gone into it. Our drawing set is almost 1,000 sheets of drawing, which is a lot. Again, just to wrap up, we are in the middle of pricing, and we should expect to see that here shortly from Whiting Turner, who's the general construction manager on the project. So that's, any questions? Anything else I didn't quite hit?
No, Maryellyn, I can't thank you enough for joining us today and sharing this update. This is an exciting project, and we're looking forward to it. This has been, as we all said, a long time coming, but I'm very excited is MUSC is making a major investment in education on our campus, not only the new College of Pharmacy building, but also renovations of all the classrooms on the MUSC campus, as well as the Covert library building. I think that building looks spectacular. Both ours and the library building, Covert library building, look unbelievable. So we are excited to start this project. Maryellyn brought up earlier that, again, the timeline is thinking of starting kind of the pile driving this summer. So we're excited about that. And, you know, this is just an exciting project. And Maryellyn, thank you for all your work and all your consulting with all of our faculty, staff, and students about our needs and how to best meet those. We're very excited about this.
Yes, thank you for having me. We loved working with you guys. And just let me know if you want me to come back for an update on anything. I'm happy to communicate whatever I know.
All right, that sounds fantastic.
Okay.
And to all of those watching us on YouTube, thank you for joining us. I hope you will join us next week when we'll have Jason Mills, who is works at the Medical University as the pharmacy supply chain manager. He and I will discuss the importance of advocacy in the pharmacy profession. Again, thank you for joining us today and have a great Pharmacist Month.